Jeffrey Powers here. I welcome you to the Day in Tech History, a full rundown of technology history 7 days a week. Subscribe to the show via iTunes, Stitcher, or download right from dayintechhistory.com. Now let's find out what happened on this day, your day in tech history. November 3rd, 1937, Howard Aiken of Harvard University writes the letter to J.W. Bryce of IBM suggesting the construction of an automatic calculating machinery for use in computing physical problems. It would basically lead to the creation of the Harvard Mark I. 1954, the first Godzilla films was released in Japan. 1971, the first edition of the UMax Programmer's Manual by Dennis Ritchie and Ken Thompson was published. 1986, the information technology magazine Computer World publishes its 1000th issue. 1988, the existence of the Morris worm, one of the first computer worms to spread throughout the internet, becomes public knowledge the day after it was released. 1991, version 4.0a of Crack, which is a Unix password cracking application designed to allow system administrators to locate users who may have weak passwords, is released. 1994, version 1.0 of the Red Hat operating system was released. 1995, John Matheson submits his resignation to the Atari Corporation to join Richard Miller in his startup company. 1997, UMax Computer introduces the C500/240 Macintosh-compatible computer, which featured a 240 MHz PowerPC 603 processor for $1,295. And Yahoo launched Yahoo Denmark, Yahoo Norway, and Yahoo Sweden. 1998, the computer that operates the Salt Lake City Air Traffic Control Center, as well as a failing backup system, were both shut down. That shutdown effectively blacked out radars that tracked about 200 passenger planes over 5 western states, including Idaho, Montana, Nevada, Utah, and Wyoming, for a full minute. And in 1999, Real Networks publicly admitted to collecting information of about exactly what the users of RealJukebox player listens with the application. The company had previously informed users of the monitoring, and it would subsequently be hotly criticized by its competitors.
If you love the Day in Tech History, then I encourage you to join my Patreon movement over at patreon.com/geekazine. Your contribution keeps the lights on and more Day in Tech History episodes available. Pledge as little as $1 a month or $12 a year for 365 days of podcasts. Add to that all the content on Geekazine, Morning Geeks, and other shows that I produce. That's over at patreon.com/geekazine. Now let's get back into your Day in Tech History.
2003, Microsoft announced that it had licensed processor technology from IBM and chipset technology from Silicon Integrated Systems for use in the next video game system. Also in 2003, Microsoft Research Asia, or MSRA, announced the founding of the Advanced Technology Center in Beijing, China. And version 4.3.4 of the PHP programming language was released. 2005, Gianna James Anchetta of Downey, California, was arrested by special agents with the Federal Bureau of Investigation on a 17-count indictment of conspiracy, as well as substantive charges of attempting to cause damage to protective computers, causing damage to computers used by the federal government and national defense, and accessing protected computers without authorization to commit fraud and money laundering. He would then plead guilty in U.S. District Court in Los Angeles and be sentenced to 4 to 6 years in prison, restitution of $15,000, and forfeiture of a $58,000 and a 1993 BMW. 2007, Microsoft fires its CIO Stuart Scott for violation of policy. 2008, Circuit City announced that they would close 155 stores. 2009, Dell finalized the $3.9 billion offer to Perot, which was a company that offered IT services. Dell would eventually rename it to Dell Services. Also in 2009, a Netherlands hacker finds a security hole in a jailbroken iPhone. He runs a program that posts a message on the users of the device stating that they've been hacked, and for €5, he would fix the problem. This would come days before the Australian hack version of Rick Astley playing Never Gonna Give You Up. AT&T sued Verizon over the red map commercial, claiming the most coverage. Also in 2009, in an international effort, Twitter rolls out a Spanish translation version. T-Mobile customers experienced a widespread outage, and Western Digital ships the S25 2.5-inch SAS hard drives. They had 10,000 RPM drives. That puts the company into the enterprise storage market. 2010, UK Information Commission finds that Google Street View cars also collected Wi-Fi data in a mapping exercise. And George Bronk, who hacked into women's Facebook pages, copied private photos and videos of them in half-nude or nude situations, then threatened he would publish the results unless he received more photos from the user. He would be sentenced on July 22nd of 2011 for stalking and face over 4 years in prison. And in 2011, IBM's CEO, John Open, passed away. And that's your day in tech history. My name is Jeffrey Powers, www.dayintechhistory.com. All the show notes are over at wikizine.com, Geekazine's wiki. And of course, you can like the Facebook page and follow Twitter at DayInTechHist. Until tomorrow, take care. Day in Tech History is copyright 2015, JMP Enterprise and Geekazine.com.